Hey guys, welcome back to another story time. My name is Slim. Relax, grab a snack, and enjoy. This story takes place when my family and I went to a remote cabin in the middle of the woods in like February. I think it was last year that we went. So we lived pretty far away from this cabin. So we had to drive for like a couple of hours, pack up and then drive a couple of hours. We drove there, we got there. My uncle also tagged along with us, and another family friend did too. So we got into the house, we unpacked, and one thing I need to mention about this house, the road you need to get in onto the cabin, not the house, the cabin, is pretty icy during the winter times. So they didn't plow the road before we rented out the cabin for the couple of days we were going to stay there for. So on the way in there it was pretty slippery, so we had to slow down a little bit, put the truck into 4x4 so we wouldn't like slip and then get wrecked. So we get to the house or the cabin, and we start unpacking, and then we start going around, checking out all the rooms and stuff, and we make some food and we chill. So after a while, because our other family friend lives pretty far away, they had to drive for a couple more hours than we did. So they show up, we start saying hello, we start greeting each other, and then we go to sleep. Now, a couple of days later, where this story kind of picks up a little bit is that we were planning to go to a hot spring in the middle of winter. So, it's pretty enjoyable then because it's cold and you're in the hot water and it's all nice and stuff. It's like mineral water, you know. It's like a hot tub but like in a pool version of it, and it's pretty cool. So, we pack our stuff, towels, swimwear, and then we get into the truck. So, we start driving on the icy road up this hill, and we need to gun it. So my dad puts his foot a little bit on the gas so that we have some traction and we end up going up the road a little bit more. So we end up doing that, and our truck slips, and then we go like the front of the truck went straight into a snowbank, and we just stopped there for a little bit, stop for a little bit, try to assess the situation we're in, and my dad gets out and then he checks the the damage, and luckily the front bumper was a little bit dented, and a screw came out or something, and it was kind of just there. Wasn't too bad, but it did feel a little bit scary being in that situation. So my dad got back into the truck, did a U-turn, and then we went back down the hill towards the cabin. By this time, my uncle and the family friend were driving, and they made it up the hill to like the main highway you needed to go on to the actual pool part of it, to no sorry to get to the hot springs. So they were up there. My dad calls up my uncle, and he's like, "Yo, well, not yo, but he's like, hey, I couldn't get up the hill, so we're gonna stay back at the cabin until you guys come back." And then my uncle's like, "Okay, are you sure you don't want me to drive it up?" And then my dad's like, "Nah, we're okay. We'll just stay here. We already dented the front bumper of the truck. We don't want to do it again. We don't want to risk any more problems, any, injuries or something." And then my uncle's like, "Okay." And then my dad hangs up, and we spend the rest of the day inside of the cabin. So, me and Dad go downstairs in the cabin to watch Castaway, and I end up falling asleep. So that was the story time, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.